Hello everyone, I'm Nosgard Silverclaw, here with my character, Mark, the Arch-Conjurer, and we're finally back to Nox after I had to stop to make a few more Payday videos because, well, Overkill really likes to throw new content at me every time I try to get something done. Anyway, off screen, I went ahead and bought the one spell this guy sells and the scroll he has for, of course, the Mimic, which, yes, we're going to test it out because... oh, it's tested out every other enemy, every other pet so far. Gotta keep with the times. Now, Mimics are pretty tough. They make a good pet. They've got high HP, and they hit like a tank. You only get one of them, but they do make a good pet. And Counterspell does what it says it does. It destroys all spells around you, but that's not really new, is it? Oh, and I also... repaired all my gear off screen, and I'm still filthy rich, so... Sorry about that. As I was saying, I repaired all my stuff, and I'm still filthy rich, so I'll have enough money with me to finish the game, pretty much, without any issue at all. Now, right here, you might lose your Mimic, because you gotta walk it through a huge death trap. And there's a whole bunch of wolves on the other side, which is why I brought it, so I could do this. Lure the wolves through the spikes, make the Mimic fight them. And the Mimics got better HP than they do. They'll probably outlast them. Just choose your footwork very carefully so that you don't die as well. And there it go, but it did its job. Now right here, this is a pretty obvious trap. Once the gold comes off the pressure plate, well, I'm on it now, but once I get off the pressure plate now, well, spikes come out. You could leave something on there to hold them in place, or you can jump it, whichever you prefer. Put the sneaker back here, don't forget that. It's got a bow of Swift Bolt and Collision. That's actually not a bad bow, honestly. And a mana potion. But still, it's really not that hard of a trap to get around. You can just, you know, jump it, so whatever. Of course, then you gotta go back through this again, which hurts slightly. Damages your gear slightly. Not enough for me to worry about, though, so whatever. And now, I'm gonna get me a new Mimic so we can demonstrate it a bit more, because Mimics are a good pet. I do use them sometimes. Other times, I'm feeling more like I would rather just have my Golem, but... for now, we'll use a Mimic, since we're past the spikes. So, Mimic. Do your job. Well, after you spawn in properly. Yeah, Mimics aren't afraid of nothing. They're tough. You can see the obvious trap behind the Ogre there, which apparently wasn't enough to get his attention. Let me try that again. I figured he attacked me for that. There he goes. Yeah, Mimics can take just about anything that they can throw at you in this area. See what I mean? Mimics are awesome. Unless they're not on your side, then Mimics suck. But this one is, so okay. Go me. Anyway. Welcome to the Land of the Dead. This is our goal with to reach this point right here. This is Hecuba's lair, and, well, her area is well defended. But that's why I have a Mimic. You hit about that point, and you're going to get attacked by everything. The Mimic can take care of most of it, but I will give it a hand, because it will eventually fall to this many skeletons. Great spot to drop a meteor, if you had any mana, which of course I don't at the moment. And of course the next mana is either go further in, or go back to that trap. So, this is one of those times when even I have to say it's better to just chug some potions. We can get more later. Although these things bunch up somewhere you can generally kill near all of them with little to no effort anyway. If you're low enough low that those guys still give you experience at this point, which I doubt, then that's another option. Or you can just take this side passage. It's kinda hidden to get around them, but I would have fought him anyway. That's where the mana is, by the way. You can generally do some pulling here to get a few of these guys away from the Necromancers, so you don't have to fight the Necromancer with his entire army, which I would advise you to do. It's a lot safer that way. Can I get this one too? Yes, I can. Good, good. Because you know, he's hard enough that I'd rather fight him one-on-one, and that's what I'm gonna do. And one more Mimic to help me fight him. When I get the mana. Problem with Mimics, they take a long time to spawn in, so you really can't conveniently use him mid-battle, which is a big part of why he's not on my tab here. The Golem's faster to summon. But while he's standing still, let me get a really cheap, easy hit in on him. And he's dead. I didn't think it was going to be that easy. I thought he would survive that hit. Huh. Okay then. Well, moving on. Coming, Mimic? Where the hell's my Mimic? Mimic, where'd you go? No, seriously, where'd my Mimic go? Okay. Where the hell are you going? Oh, I'm being attacked. Hold that thought. Ow. Damn it, Mimic. Get out there and fight. Quick, can he not fit to the door? Apparently he cannot. Ow. Well, now he got through. I don't know. He was just being weird. My Mimic was rebellious. Alright. Now that the Mimic got outside, let's actually fight this guy. Against one of these, the Mimic's mostly just, unless you can get him really cornered like that, the Mimic's more or less just a distraction, but if you can corner him, then yes, the Mimic will mess him up, but that's an if you can corner him. They don't always allow themselves to be cornered that well. So let me go tap the probably starting to get a little low mana stone over here to try and get my Mimic healed up a bit. That should be fine. Alright, time to move forward. We took care of the Necromancers. Okay, we got the Mimic out. We can continue now contently in our situation. There's a path here and a little hook here. The hook just has more mana. So if you need it, make sure you get that first. And Ghost, because of reasons. Mimic, fight him. Thank you, Mimic. They have a lot of that in this area, just little tiny hooks around the corner with a few enemies in it. Generally nothing too bad, but just something to keep in mind. Especially if you're on the wizard path, because even at this point the wizard's squishy. He's still going to have trouble just taking the hits. And this guy, who once this fight starts, it doesn't stop until either he's dead or the wolves are dead. So, try to save him. He's actually pretty useful.
Do you have a healing potion to cure a dying man?
As a matter of fact, Kane, yes I do.
Thank you. I'll guide you to the entrance of the land of the dead, but beyond that, I fear I'd only endanger you. The scrying eyes of Hecuba have an uncanny skill for spying on the natives of Nox.
And, well, we get a lot of experience for saving him, but more importantly, we get more backup. And he actually helps. He throws a lot of stun spells, slow spells, the kind of things that just make it easy to let my pet do all the work, basically. So, I like it. Pretty sure he's classified as a Conjurer by class, because he has Conjurer-only spells. Yet he never summons anything, so either he's a low-level Conjurer who doesn't know how, or he's just really stingy with his mana, like even more so than me, if that's possible. I mean, that's actually a scary thought, that somebody could be more mana stingy than I am. That scares me. Mimic, eat that. Okay, fine, don't eat that, Mimic. We'll just leave it there for later, then. Guess the Mimic's not as injured as I thought. I thought he had a little bit of health missing, but apparently not. See, that's the thing about Mimics, especially that make them a good pet. They seem to aggro the enemies faster than a lot of your other options do, which makes them very useful in fighting, because they don't have to wait till you start getting your head pounded in to do anything. A lot of pets, for whatever reason, do have to wait till you get your head pounded in. Hi, puppy. Come here. See what I mean? How he confused it so he couldn't fight as well? It does think, oh, what the hell's happening out here? Protect your back up, I don't want to lose him. He doesn't have the greatest HP. I mean, he's You know, it's not like he's gonna die in a single hit, but he will die if you leave him undefended too long. Luckily, this class I can easily cure him, so that's okay. So between him and the Mimic, this entire section shouldn't be that hard, getting to the actual next, well, official chapter screen. Little cave here we can explore, so obviously we are. It's got a ghost of a dead guy. Apparently he didn't make it. But it's also got a mana potion and some nice quivers for shock quivers if you feel so inclined to use those. I might eventually. There are some enemies left in the game that I would still consider using a bow on, even if it's not my preferred style in Nox. And that pretty much sums up our little cave here. So, with all that explored, we can go back out and continue on. It's just a little side cave for, you know, some loot and some killing. The way you need to go is over this way. And yeah, Mimics kick ass. Of course, they're not immortal. I mean, that Necromancer could kill a Mimic if he really tried, but the neat thing is, if we can get a damn Confuse spell from this guy on the Necromancer, or not, okay, we're doing it ourselves. The Mimic took a fireball and died horribly. I was going to say, if he puts a Confuse spell on the Necromancer, the Mimic should have a good chance of getting close enough to kill it, but the Mimic ate a fireball, which thankfully I didn't have to hit, so I'll take it. I mean, that is primarily why I keep pets, is so I don't hit things like giant fireballs, after all. Now this guy does have some offensive magic. He will drop like the occasional meteor or pixie sword, but he normally prefers to just stun, confuse, slow, debuffs. He normally debuffs, but he can offensively attack.
Your quest is futile, weakling. You'll not contaminate our land with your cursed living flesh.
Well worded, well worded. Alright, so now we got a 3 Necromancer boss fight. Here we go. First things first, let's get some mana. Just pick one you really want to kill first, is how I prefer to do it. Normally I try to pick one that guy's currently stunning. They will summon their own backup, as you can see there. Nothing we can't handle though. But the trick is focus on one. If you can separate them like this, that's also really good. But there's no guarantee you'll be able to do that. And with the Helmet of Horrendous, which all characters have by this point, you can more or less just charge them, because at close range you're actually in better shape than they are. Now you see that thing that just appeared down there? That's the wheel boss. He comes generally a little bit late into the fight, but you want to take him more seriously than a couple Necromancers. He'll kill you. Where the hell did he go? I know I saw him. He spawned in. Where is he? Now I'm knowing because I don't know where he is. There he is. Okay, that's the guy. This guy's got some nasty lightning effects. He'll mess you up. But he's still a mage, so if you keep the pressure on, you can take him down reasonably fast and efficiently. Also, if you, for some reason you want it, there's a mana drain bow here if you really needed to get mana and didn't want to stand at these stones. More mimics. So you could use those arrows if you really needed mana. But yeah, it's not too hard of a fight. I mean, I did this in one take. On the Wizard, I think I died once or twice in this fight, but not a hard fight for the Conjurer. Just keep the pressure on, keep spamming out the fireballs, or the fist, or the pixies, whatever your preferred kill spell is. And keep whacking with the stick. Just hit them with the halberd until they stop moving. Highly effective. The reason I went out the back way is because it's easier to pull these guys one by one if you take them from behind. And there's the Mimic. You see what I mean? That thing wasn't even looking at me, and the Mimic went out of its way to go kill it. That is why I like Mimic pets. For some reason, they just... Oh, already encumbered. Okay, fair enough. I don't even care anymore. It's not like I don't need. It's not like I need the money. That mimic could not kill that ghost to save its life. It was kind of funny. Okay, good. Now another cave to explore. This one, the Powder Cave, as I've called it in the past. Well, there's a reason I call it that. Everybody out. We gotta do the fun thing. We gotta give it a damn powder so I don't blow myself up like a retard. There we go. So all you gotta do really on this one is stand here, light the fuse, and wait. Try not to touch the little fire specks, they will hurt you. Still a few barrels of powder you can hit, but like I said, it generally won't kill as much as anything, because the enemies are smart enough not to stand in the fire. Mimic, get him. Good job, Mimic. But you want to detonate it just so it doesn't get hit in the crossfire while you're standing in it, because that would be bad. Alright, good, good. That takes care of the wolves, and by detonating that wall... Sorry about that again. As I was saying, by detonating that wall, you find a little secret area over here with some rats in it that my Mimic will go batshit insane until it manages to kill. Because Mimics hate rats, I guess. And a whole buttload of mana. You can never have enough mana. But yeah, mostly just for the huge mana pile, because the rest of the rewards are kind of eh. I mean, they're okay, but nothing to get excited about. And another quiver over here. I can't even pick it up, and I don't care, because normal quivers are no longer... Well, a normal quiver is not valuable enough in combat for me to even use anymore. If I was going to use anything, I've got so many specialty quivers, I wouldn't bother going back to just standard ones. For the rest of the game, I mean. Here we go. This little sign here means that I hit my goal for the day, which was this shop right here. The final shop in the game, by the way. There are no other shops after him, so if you got to repair something, you backtrack to this guy no matter how far in you are. And it can get kind of annoying if you're really far in when you want to repair. Thankfully, though, you can reach him from every point in the game up to the final boss.
Greetings, traveler. This is a dangerous place for the likes of you. How may I be of service?
Now, I'm fairly confident I don't have the Black Wolf Beast Scroll yet, so I am going to pick that up. He doesn't sell any actual spells, but he does have some really fancy gear if you want to drop the money into it. I normally don't, because I don't feel like I need to with the Conjurer, but you can. It's an option if you want. Don't know why I care, but I am going to sell this stuff that I picked up. Not even sure why I bothered picking it up, to be honest, but... Well, whatever. Just clear my inventory out a bit. Given that everything left in the game is loaded as one chunk, well, it's not loaded as one chunk, but the game remembers stuff that happens and everything left in the game from this point on, I don't really need to pick stuff up unless I actually decide I need money to repair, which, again, unless I do a really bad job in the final part, I will not need more money than I have now, so... Really, you don't have to pick anything else up is what I'm getting at. You're fine for the rest of the game. Do I want this one? I'm thinking about it. Swift Bolt and Collision versus Swiftness and Force. No, I'd rather have Force. Alright, so let's go ahead, get a quick repair in, even though I'm not that injured. Which, by the way, is still going to cost hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Because my gear is fancy like that. But we're just going to go ahead and repair now, so that we're not repairing. It'll save me a little bit longer before I have to backtrack to repair later. And here we go. Like I said, Wolf Black. We'll test it out once the Mimic dies. Trust me, the Mimic will die. It's not a question. I will lose the Mimic at some point. And here we go, another wall of defense for the final... What? Well, I'll just tell you, Hecuba's Fortress is literally right in front of us, and this is like, I guess, the last front door defense, because there's a ridiculous amount of defense once you get inside anyway, so... I guess calling it the last line of defense isn't quite accurate. But she left some guard dogs in front, in case of angry conjurers coming. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Kill these people, you can go inside. That's all I'm trying to say. Just kill these dudes and go inside. which we'll do now.
The key to Hecuba's power is the very thing she stole from you, lad. The object that brought you here in the first place, the orb. And that same cursed sphere holds the souls of the Necromancers, which Hecuba has channeled to the undead, reanimating legions of unholy warriors. Only once the orb is housed under the staff of Oblivion can the weirdling's power be harnessed and those evil souls recaptured. And only then can your return to Earth be assured. Seize the orb. At this dark hour, we have no other hope.
Okay then, so that was your introduction for Chapter 10, which is more or less the final chapter. You'll see what I mean in the end. But for now, I think we've done enough, so I am Nosgard Silverclaw. Here was my character, Mark, the Arch-Conjurer, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video and it's helped you get to the land of the dead. Well, the Abysmal Swamp technically, but whatever. Have a good day, everybody.